Hello and welcome to Learning with Lickem. Please join me as we discover new things and find creative ways to manufacture entertainment. On this podcast, we are going to explore any topic that arises. The sky is the limit, and there is no subject we won't explore. Here we go. Good morning, folks, and welcome again to Learning with Lickem. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I just dropped the midget off at school, and I figured I might as well put a roast together. So, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Should be exciting. Woo-hoo. I got shaved today, too. It's terrible. Hold on one second. You can see us in there. Okay, so typically, for anybody that's ever seen me with a roast before, I typically like to add beer to roasts, but Mr. Ron quit drinking, which is good for him, right? But bad for me and roast. So, I'm going to try something new today, which I'll get to in a bit. So, right meow, I am chopping up this apple. I never put an apple in a roast, but I figured since... Alright, I'll just tell you. I'm going to put some red wine in there today. And I never put a red wine in a roast before. So, I figured since I'm putting that in there, if I put this apple in, that might sweeten it up, because I always have really, really dry, thick red wine. Is my favorite type. So that's what the roast is getting. So here goes our apple. There we go. This reminds me of a little bit of a story. Doesn't really revolve around anything other than it was funny. But one of my friends years and years and years ago lied on a job interview and said that he knew how to cook and became a cook for I believe it was a retirement center. And of course he didn't really know a whole lot about cooking. I mean, he might know how to cook a couple things, but he one of the first things he made was macaroni salad. And he made some, but it was fluorescent green. And it may have grown a little bit since he made it, but anyway, it was pretty far from what it was supposed to be, and I think he just bounced on the job and left everybody to fend for themselves, which was kind of funny also. But so there, I put some shrooms in there, and I always put onions in a roast. Always. That's one of my favorite flavors, and makes me feel all Lord of the Ringsy. But gonna put this guy in there. I got pretty good responses from the other videos that I've been putting up. I mean, for a small town dude that, you know, has no significance to anybody or whatever. But it seems like some people are watching them, which I thought that was kind of cool. Got a couple new followers from it. Although it might have been the horror stories through the military as well. Who knows? I was trying to think of one to tell you today. Tell you about what it was like when we got there. Of course, I was very nervous. I feel like anybody that tells you they've been to war and it was no big deal is there's either something wrong with them or they're liars, one or the other. But I know when we got over there, boy, I sure did miss roasts. But you know, it's a whole new land. I mean, it'd be like, you know, somebody took you over to Iraq or anywhere else and dropped you off and said, here you go for a year. You don't know anything about the people, you know, other than what the people that are already there tell you. But it's you know, it turns your hairs gray. It makes you nervous. But I was very nervous, and like I said in that first video, a little bit nauseous. May have thrown up a little bit, but man, I burned some calories over there. Whew. Tell you what, you want to lose weight, go to a country where it's 130 degrees on the regular. All right, so now we're doing carrots. See that? Put some carrots in there. Save some of these for the next time, maybe. Actually, I'll put them in a Ziploc bag. What we got in there so far? We got the roast. That's a chuck roast, by the way. I like to use eye roasts as well. Want to put together a roast. Those two seem to be good. I like the fatty roasts. Fat equals flavor. Have to remember that. If you're trying to cook something and you need more flavor in it, add some fat. Butter, mayonnaise, you know, animal fat, whatever. Back in here. Alright, so I'm also going to put in some of these peppers. And I usually turn this guy, kick it on to high first. And let it do its thing for a few hours, and then in the later stages turn it down a little bit. So here we got some peppers we're going to cut up. I'm usually not overly sensitive about putting the seeds and stuff in there, so I just chop the whole damn thing up. Sometimes I throw them in there whole and then just bite them off like jalapenos when they get out. But you know, if you chop them up, it'll make it a little easier to fit on a spoon or whatever. Gonna ride down to York today. Ron wants to go get something checked out with his fender. See if they can paint it. There's a place down there he wants to go ask them if they can paint it. I think we're gonna have some tag-alongs as well. Riding down. I'm also going to put in here a can of corn and probably either a can. Oh, you know what? I could do that too. Maybe I'll put a bag of mixed veggies in. That's always good. I mean, I could almost take a bite of this right now because I just turned it on and I can smell it heating up. I wouldn't suggest eating a raw roast. I mean, I guess you could if you had to, but probably not the healthiest thing in the world. Alright, so now over here we got a can of green beans, corn, one can of green beans, one can of corn each. See that? Put them over here. I feel like I might be able to set up 2 cameras. That way when I'm doing this and I walk out of the screen, it ain't like you're just staring at the food. Although maybe that's the kind of thing you're into. Some people like staring at the food, I think. Maybe I'll just forget everything I just said and keep everything the way it is. How about that? Okay, here we go. Can of corn. Can of green beans. Let me see what veggies I got in the freezer. I got some stringies. Put them in there. Got some of these left. Check this out. Extra fine green beans. I think I showed you them the other day. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at that. See that? Stop. Okay, got that. Good to go there. These we can pull up and put back. Get our little clothespin. Anything else in here I want to throw in? I don't see nothing else in here. Alright, so now that we got all that in there, we got pepper, right? I'm a pretty big pepper guy. Bam. Got your salt. Use this kind right here. Bam. Oh, this is going to be a good one, people. Okay, and guess what else we're adding? Voodoo, baby! I've found that this stuff isn't bad on anything. So we're going to put some of that in here, too. Now, got one more ingredient we're going to put in. It's not that pepper. Here we go. Alright, last ingredient for now. I'm going to put some water in too, but that is a coffee cup full of red wine. Dark red, it's Cabernet Sauvignon, some French shit. But it smells good. Oh, going to be so yummy. All right, let me see. Got that. Put a cup of water in there too, I believe. Actually, let's just use some of this water out of the bottle, right? Huh? That's good enough. Okay. And that's it. Let me see, did we? There you can see what we just threw in there, right? Everything we just did. Got him on high. So now, take this lid right here, put this on. And I'm probably going to leave that sit for, I don't know, maybe till like 4 or 5 o'clock tonight. I'll smell it 100 times between now and when it's done. But we'll do another revision once it's done so you can see how it came out. But it's going to be yummy. I never made it with wine before, so I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. And I'll keep you all updated. So hopefully you got some tips out of that. Making a roast, if you've never made one, it's easy. I mean, you can almost legitimately throw anything that you want into a crock pot with a little bit of moisture, and it'll come out yummy. So anyway, I hope somebody gets to try that for the first time. And I'll keep you updated. As soon as it's done, we'll do another video, and it'll be good. Have a great day, y'all. It's hump day, and today's also 9/11. Before I forget, a lot of people, of course, remember that, but there's also a whole lot of the population that's alive right now that wasn't alive when it happened, or was very young when it happened. So I encourage y'all to share that with people. You know, let them know about what happened. Let them know why having a wide open border is a really, really, really bad idea. But, and have fun cooking. So, thanks for stopping again. Learning with Lickem. Talk to you again pretty soon. Bye-bye.